So as part of the submission process, our prof has asked us to submit a quick 2-minute video outlining how we accomplished assignment number 1, in particular, how we set up the IDE. And in my particular case, I've used IntelliJ Community Edition, how I incorporated the external jars or supporting classes, and then to demonstrate the running of the application. So the setup of IntelliJ is quite straightforward. It's downloadable. And what I did do is I downloaded the community edition. There was nothing very complicated in terms of installation requirements. My environment is a Windows environment. In terms of setting up the project, what I did do is I created a newly minted project, JDK 1.8. And then I imported the incomplete source files into the project. Now, in terms of how I incorporated the library files that were part of the assignment, there is capabilities within IntelliJ which allow you to specify external libraries, and what you see in front of your screen is an example of a location where that location contains all the required supporting jars, which are the classes. What I'll do here, I will exclude that library, which contains that library directory, which contains all the jar files. And I should, as a result, because that library no longer exists, get a whole bunch of exceptions, which I do. Now what I will do is I will go back to the project structure, go to the libraries section, and then add the library directory, which incorporates all of the supporting jar files. And as you can clearly see there, the errors no longer exist. What I will now do is I will recompile just to make sure that the changes are affected in terms of the removal and addition of the supporting jars. And then, as part of the submission process, we've been asked to demonstrate the application. So what I will do now is I will demonstrate both exercise number 2 and exercise number 3. And as you can see here, what I've done is the default being 19 degrees Celsius, I believe. And as you can see in the console, the turning on and turning off of the furnace, depending on the average room temperature. So I'll allow this to run, which should take about a minute. And then thereafter, the same process will begin again. But in this time around, it will be with the slider. And for your information, I set the default to, I think it was 21 degrees Celsius, but with the slider, you have the option and the ability, which you see in front of you right now, to change the configuration. So as you can see, there are some additional system outs, which I did do just for my own benefit, just to understand some of the capabilities and how some of the methods are being called. So I'll let this run. I've changed it to 20 degrees Celsius from the 23. And as you can see there, it's hotter than 20 degrees, so it's turned off. And then you can see once again that it's dropped to 19 and it turned back on. So I'll allow this to run. Okay. And I think that is done with the exercise 2 and 3. And then really quickly, the project structure. Nothing very complicated here. So hopefully this gives you a quick rundown of the application and my submission process. Thank you.